slogans now, what will be to say one district, one factory, one village, one dam, agenda 111, those kind of things. Do you think that they exist on the ground? Because maybe name factory be at another by AC. And our other regions that they cannot point to one villager and then agenda 111 president Emma timeline Anyejuma. This is something we want you to discuss. Then moving on, let me just put something on our screen. Back on the economy, but I just want to read something very quick for all of us. So over on our screen now, this is from World Bank. So I did not make anything up. On my show, what I do always is say, me the data bar, then I bring the source. That is something I always do. Let me just take my time and then read what is on the screen. President Akufo-Addo has faced a much more challenging environment during his second term. He is left with 14 months to end of term of his government. Since he is term limited, he will not be running for office again. The ruling NPP faces a tough challenge towards re-election because of the country's ongoing economic struggles. The success of President Akufo-Addo's second term will depend on his government's ability towards leading Ghana on the path of debt sustainability and reaching an agreement with the external creditors on external debt restructuring under the IMF program. This is one of the things. In the IMF person say, now in the second term we are very tough. All those who are limited time or the economy. But say when Timian to Ghana sikasemi ya nipa of succeeding to say Alhaji Dr Mahamudu Bawumia ebe find things very, 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 very tough. On the same IMF. So these are some of the things that I just took it straight from IMF, from the World Bank, sorry. Now I didn't make anything up here. Inflation has been driven by food prices, remained elevated at 40.1% in August 2023. And from the World Bank, as at 2023 August, Ghana's inflation now enam 40.1%. The most shocking one, which is poverty. But I know that it's on our screen. And Timmy also said, Godfred, you might be following the argument, and Obi Ohimbi also will follow the argument. So I'm not making anything up from this screen. Poverty is worsened. The international poverty rate is estimated at 27% in 2022, and increase of 2.2 points since 2021. Ghanaian households have been under pressure from high inflation and slowing economic growth. So what he's also saying is, how to say, poverty, and I say here buburu at yes in Nipaso, our Ghana a rise 2.2% from 2021 in 2022, a rise by 2.2%. Nti ahochere ankasa at yes Ghana for so across the international poverty line. That is something this document said. And I will continue, but Godfred, let me just bring you back on our screen and then tackle these two things. Inflation, bad economic policies, and then the third one, poverty.
Yeah. Documents now already and be on my tro. And I think say the president or president Nankasa Mukra Ajia Tumuse or mine more and I'm say ye sika sem entutu ye no
all right, I think say Godfred line I a bit slower. All right. It's, we will try to connect back in, and then he continues with his submission. All right, Godfred, also.
Okay. In this yeah, you say inflation and I say skasem say isika no mu ye ha ema ahochere eba. And said me can no obanpanina ote so a no e control we ni nyina no ono agye atum say enokre
Tikasem no nkoyie.
Tikasem no enkoyie. Na said okay me ne World Bank ya adwene say as a government, ye will never be braced the two nakwamu. Na ye timisan ko said na pre-COVID time na nema eko so kama no nesikasem eye no yetimi eko. Ni nyina begina modesty was ni nyina spending how I be kate ye spending.
Okay.
Say be project ni bi ono ye hwe na say emwa ya you ye be sesa.
Yes.
Yensa ho ni adai. William Cab we will say how to steal is the legacy of Akufo-Addo will be quit to Bawumia. Yeah. You know, one thing that I'm catching say that we use stealing in a very raw form, and what.
Are you referring to only Ghanaians and I say NPP are buying so more opposition? No? You did the same.
And make Ghana for how you used to you know.
Yeah, worse
because okay stealing almost ababia ya target and say or be weirska. So okay stealing now then you resign yourself, say there shouldn't even be a government in place. Yenjai or minus ana enye intino. We can make a very sound you bit me criticism crash you bit my bo yechi but the boy yechi na I do about my yenye a little bit circumspect because ye manu sweeping statement is me feel say NDC was so this thing the same thing obviously but me to me it's about time I say you hune you pulley break. You pulley break on this issue of stealing because yes timamufo na ankasa kra no ubu omabamu wo gidi omuwo ewo amanyofo ho.
Yes.
Sebe emu bi onu ma de bia kasa to me say me here position bi na me wo to me say me bibia ma me man Ghana my we pe de say ye be prefer say Ghana be koyi because me ba fie na se me da na maso mu bedweme na obi mfatuo emma me so just because of me first so who say me frequent to my bar. If you say that's the best legacy any aban bia bit me live nti ye nyina nema nkoyi me nyina ha nkase o bibia ekoso from
Yes.
and that is where leadership and I say ye kaso ye kandini aha and e kire say we ye kandini say obetimi aya obechip me gidi say your friend is saying recently finance minister or say we are turning the corner and we indicators now inflation about somewhere around 25 to 24 25.
So why are they say when you were in opposition, the current vice president Alhaji Dr Mahamudu Bawumia or NPP's flag bearer catched Ghana for say Ghana Statistical Services massage figures. These were his own words.
Yeah.
So there was this picture Obidi sending me now, and I said documenter. Inflation and 40.1%. You know.
Yeah.
I declined sharply to 25%.
Yeah.
Yet goods and services in the country, you know, to say the person use Coca-Cola, the 1.5 liter bottle, price and actually to cost. Don't you think say Bawumia and the Ghana Statistical Services, you know, massage figures?
You know, statistical service me from day one. I know them. Even Omo Penny, Dr. Kobana. I share on so many conferences. I know him very well, or a very honest man, and then he will never fall for those kind of things. But like I said, these are all political. You know, sometimes some of these issues are political talk. We should just ignore them or try. I say, and I can say going forward, we should know because say Bawumia can say His Excellency can say ebia ye massage figures. Now you also use it at the same time also meaning say when the table turn, the same thing will be said again. But say who GD the kind but the Nufi said that's the right then we move on from there. Because made the say Ghana pa di Ghana nya pa baako. Say there's no political season in Ghana. Every day is a political season in Ghana. And you Finland hey, you know say you to near 2 years. For the next 5 years, you don't hear anything. Or next 4 years, you don't hear anything. Nobody. Not that people don't have anything to say or people don't have anything to do. But the whole thing is that leadership the space, more space. Because it's all about say how do I survive? But nipana I don't know nipana Ghana, some of us say political science in you know it. Ghana as it is. The Ghana force and a very sophisticated electorate voters. You can't joke with them. You might have your core, but they are your friend is saying undecided. No, they are more than 30% of the voters are So the space I may if my advice be sometimes your platform be nipa with the be a man for comment, a man for send banter. I look at it, Miss Smiley, na my because we will say cry within you cry say what is going on. We are not still learning something good from them. There should be just a political window of let's say 5 months to do this kind of we compare to US. The economy is already good. So you can see them doing all that thing because the institutions are working everything. But ours, so deviation, major no back to legacy no so.
All right. I just wanted to show something very quick. Because somebody might think say what I just said was not true. On our screen, let's check on the date very well. 22/8/2014. And about Bawumia Campaign, inflation figures not true. So I just want to read 1 or 2 sentences from here, then we just continue. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, 2012 vice presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, has exposed what he considers to be a deliberate attempt by officials to massage the true state of inflation and depreciations of the Ghanaian city. It continues on and on and on and on and on. This was Alhaji
lawyer, mean this put you know that.
That's it.
Yeah, mean this put you about.
I know that you are not, but for me or here, and over here, the person might think say what I said is not true. And that is why I just wanted to bring out this fact. But there is something.
Okay. I said there was a time, and I'm not saying it to justify the ABR, His Excellency Ekai. Okay, prior to the 2008 election, there was this allegation say Kufuor all the good way Bank of Ghana vote mu the call. So sometimes some of these things are I would say to be lenient, they're just a political talk or something. Just and I know say and His Excellency humbly catch us ebia obe mouth the reason to be or the cancer, but still crano he will take his words back. So
like the way you were saying, but these are the politicians and these are some of the legacies that are now to DJ Bawumia, and we don't know. Because one legacy and another DJ Bawumia, they need to be truthful. Because in some of the Canada, bequeathing.
No, but
the massage figures.
Me ubusa me say legacy Nana Akufo His Excellency Dr Mahamudu Bawumia. Make I say Nana Akufo I initiate Nema Bebre.
Okay.
And it is expected say those Nema no say even kwan oni one when man complete here at least obetimi complete those initiatives, you know, because Ghana your culture back one you say whenever there is a change of government, project be a previous administration no embarking on biano for very strange region. What do you know how I say na ye jai.
Yeah.
For me that's the legacy Nanado Edi Bejai Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, because there are so many things underground now. There are so many things that Nanado, His Excellency, or pushes so with my for Dr. His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to me, I champion it on one kasani vision. On one kasa can say he will be a man of his own. He has his own vision, everything. The daunting task is that Onuankasa has to also fulfill the predecessor, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo.
Okay. My mema legacy ni ba kwa obesan de eja no. On our screen, I just want us to also move on to where poverty is. The last paragraph. See, I just want to read it. Poverty is expected to worsen between now and 2025. Until Ghana, Okotoba next year, 2024, you're very careful. Because World Bank say, here buburo, amuchire, benedie, nem kwadana Ghana, ebe, mube shekena, ifrienne, inkwisi 2025. Increasing to nearly 34% international poverty line by 2025. What the mamemfa and the wa. And the World Bank say, ahochire poverty infinite 2025 no, ebe increase by 34%. Godfred, don't you think that this legacy and another debate about me a very dangerous legacy?
I kind of
we NPP. I know so you're finding it very difficult.
No, I mean finding it difficult back cry. And I may kind of say in the first place, ubusa MPP ni bia, even the president himself acknowledged say there have been somewhere a misstep or miscalculation somewhere. And on my minor baby Gina say no here krokro any pa sebeya o man betimi
leadership of the country's economic management team by convention no. The vice president Dr Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia and NPP flag bearer no and no. Do you agree with this position?
Yeah, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia even class or no he will not shy away say one head of economic management team. But we also would like to a bit man I can say.
Go for now. My the comment about my so. Okay. Millicent say you are a nice man to leave NPP. Because who don't a gentleman too much. The NPP party them wow.
Millicent, thank you for the compliment. But
defend our my way.
But when Millicent, ubusa lawyer obeka chiro. Yeah, movie on ma. It's not just say bia umuvu kwa na ebe kire say we. But the thing is say ubehwe nipa nim na waka nokre no ayede achire no. Enti yeah, we are all trying our best in our own way. We are frank when it comes to issues. So I don't know how Mobia or Sebia or NDC, how you are open to even criticize your own people because
Your
of
own
maybe
people. That is something really brilliant to me.
for that matter, and I'll just tell you, say, wherever you find yourself, the best thing you can do is that obey more open-minded. Now, why